So this year I decided to stop letting my cash sit on the sideline and actually start investing with it. I opened up a new brokerage account on January 1st, and today I'm going to show you exactly what's inside, what I've been holding, and how they're performing. A lot of people tell me, Lakin Banks, why don't you just buy ETFs and leave it alone? Set it and forget it. If only I were so simple. I would be so much more stress-free, but me, I like a little bit of a thrill. And because it's so much of my hard-earned money that I'm putting into the stock market, I do want that control over, oh, I want to buy it at this price, or oh, I want to buy it at this day, or oh, blah, blah, blah. And then that leads me down a spiral of constantly looking at the stock market and choosing more stocks over ETFs. So let me tell you about my 5 stock picks in my portfolio. So my first stock is Apple. Ooh, Apple. This is a long-term winner. You know, it's slow, steady gains. They actually met their all-time high this past December 2025. So I was so happy I was in there. A lot of people was talking crap about Apple for, oh, get rid of Tim Cook. Apple's not innovating anymore. But ever since that iPhone 17 came out, their revenue been even getting better. I have about 30 shares of Apple. I bought in around $198 and it's currently sitting at 286. So my Apple stocks are up 43% at about plus 2,000. So I am happy with that. Next, I have Chipotle. This was a little bit of a gamble because I've been wanting to get into this stock for years. And when I seen it come down 20%, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to buy in. I bought maybe 50 shares. But what Chipotle is at right now, it's like almost negative 50 from the all-time high. So it blew past that negative 20%. So that's one thing that kind of sucked for me because I thought I was going to get a deal, but it doubled how deep it dived. So right now, I'm sitting at negative 15% on this stock, so I'm about negative $400 in this portfolio. Another gamble I took was on Meta. It was down like 20% from its all-time high, so I couldn't resist putting some money in. So I bought around 2 shares of Meta, and I'm currently up 9%, which is around $140. And of course, I have Nvidia. Nvidia. What can I say about you? You are the driver of the whole economy. I have about 19 shares in Nvidia and I bought them around $123. So I bought them all throughout the year. You guys know that Nvidia hit like an all-time low of less than 100. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I bought there. I was still scared. At that time, it was so weird. I was still waiting for it to go low. Even despite having all of this cash sitting on the sideline, I literally kicked myself for it because that's the weirdness that's in me. Like, oh, it's low, but can it go even lower? No. At that point, when it hit under 100, I should have loaded the effing boat and sailed off into the sunset. So that's something I really regret. And yeah. But right now, my Nvidia shares are up around 47%. So they're up about $1,000. And last but not least is my VOO, VOO. This is just my stability. This is my ETF. These aren't stocks, they're not risky. And I have about 40 shares of VOO. I'm currently up 18%, which is around $3,900. So let me share with you guys the biggest lesson I learned this past year, and that was waiting to buy at the right price. Because I have a big chunk of money that I'm slowly dipping into the stock market with, I need to stick to my, okay, I'm going to spend X amount every single month. But that FOMO kicks in and I'm like, oh my gosh, specifically Nvidia. It hit an all-time high of 211. I was so happy looking at my portfolio. Then it went to 199 and I'm like, oh, let me buy there. And then it went to 195, let me buy there. And then it dipped down all the way to 170 and I bought all along the way. But if I would have waited for a strong pullback of like 10%, a 15%, my money would have went way further than when I just waited for a 1 to 5% pullback. So I have to be more disciplined and not have as much FOMO so I don't feel like I'm catching something that's falling. So that's my portfolio so far. It's small, it's growing, and I'm learning. So if you like realistic, beginner-friendly content from someone that's not a millionaire yet, please continue to follow and share. I love y'all. Take care.